Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Real Designers of NFM. I'm Andy Shefsky, and for this episode, I'm coming to you from our beautiful kitchen and bath design gallery in Kansas City. And I'm thrilled to introduce to you one of our expert designers, Ebony Boudreaux. Ebony, hello, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Andy?
I am great. We're so excited to have you join us. And before we dive deep into the kitchen and bath design and everything that goes into it, I'd love if you could share with us a little bit about you, how you got started in this field, and how long you've been in it.
So I actually got my start at NFM in 2017. I started in living room sales. And then from there, I went to design gallery sales. And actually from there, I was actually recruited to the kitchen and bath department at the height of the pandemic. It was such an interesting time. It was really cool to work during such a time. So from there, I've been working in kitchen and bath for 4 years now. I've had the privilege to do over, 100 kitchen and bathroom projects from design to install, which has been awesome. I'm a member of the National Kitchen and Bath Association, and I'm a member of the Home Building Association as well. And then through NFM, I've had numerous certifications from Sluter to Omega. So it's been awesome to be able to work with my customers and serve them.
Oh, well, fantastic. And speaking of working with your customers, what I'd like to know is at the very beginning of the process, when you are starting with a project with a customer, what are some of the first things you like to learn from them as you're working on a project?
So the very first thing I like to learn from my customers are their goals. Why are they remodeling? Is it because of space? Is it because of function? Are you remodeling because you have a disability or some type of physical limitations and you need help to overcome it? So I would say that would be the first question I ask. The second question I always ask is the fun question, but it's, what do you hate about this space? Because you get some really fun answers, but also it helps me to navigate their project and know what to steer clear from.
Oh, well, fantastic. So that's great to know. And along the lines of working on kitchen and bath design, and as a designer yourself and the services that you and your teammates offer, what might be a common misconception that folks might have when it comes to the ability or accessibility to be able to work with a designer such as yourself?
Most people think that working with a designer is expensive. But here at Nebraska Furniture Mart, it's actually very affordable. So we only require our clients to pay a retainer on their project, which is essentially a deposit. So what that means is they're just putting a down payment down to commit to working with us. We help them with all their design work, measurements, selections, and then all of that money actually goes directly toward their project. So essentially, they're really not paying anything for the design service, and that's just a perk that you get for working, with designers here in kitchen and bath at NFM.
Oh, what an excellent value, and that's great to know and make sure that we can share with our customers about the possibilities. And now I've saved the final question to be the most challenging that I'm going to ask you, Ebony. You mentioned that you've worked on hundreds of designs here in Kansas City. And so if I had to ask you to think back, is there one that stands out as your favorite, and why is it your favorite?
So I probably wouldn't say just one, because I think I can get in a lot of trouble. Because I really do love so many projects. A few that stand out. I had the privilege of working in the iconic Western Auto building. So I got to redo an entire loft. So we did their kitchen, their bathrooms. We did cabinet solutions for their Murphy bed area, closet solutions. We did their fireplace and all of their flooring. So that was pretty cool to watch that space just transform. Another one I really liked was my client's fireplace. I mean, it's like my favorite in their house. We got to do their entire house, but the fireplace just stood out for me. It's amazing how something so simple can be transformed into such a beautiful space that also provides a lot of function and utility. And then I would say one of my customers, they were recently featured in the Kitchen magazine, which is a national publication that featured me and this client's project. And they had just an amazing kitchen. I call it the Baker's Paradise because there's 4 ovens and just so much counter space. So there's just so many cool projects that that I've done and I've gotten to work on while I've been here.
Wow. Well, thank you. And I knew I put you in an impossible position. And when you talk of so many that you've done and so many great dreams that you've helped make a reality for your customers, sharing some of those, what you call a baker's paradise.
That's what I call it.
Oh, that's fantastic. And Ebony, I want to thank you for joining us. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in for this episode and seeing what the possibilities are. If you have dreams or visions of what you'd like your kitchen or bath to look like, Ebony and her teammates are more than happy to help make that a reality. This is Andy, thanking you once again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.